In a small, sun-baked village nestled in the Andes, lived a young woman named Alara. She was a weaver, her fingers dancing across the loom, creating tapestries that told stories of the mountains and the stars. But while her hands were busy, her heart yearned for a different story, one she had yet to live. A recurring dream haunted her nights, a vision of a hidden waterfall deep within the Amazon rainforest, where a rare, iridescent butterfly was said to hold the secret to a forgotten melody. One day, an old woman, her face a roadmap of wrinkles, came to Alara's market stall. She saw the yearning in Alara's eyes and spoke of the iridescent butterfly, not as a myth, but as a real and attainable quest. "The journey will be long and arduous," she warned, "but the melody you seek is not just in the butterfly's wings, but in the journey itself." With the old woman's words echoing in her heart, Alara sold her loom and her tapestries, trading her familiar life for a simple backpack and a map. Her first steps away from the village were hesitant, the weight of the unknown heavy on her shoulders. The mountains that had once been her backdrop were now a formidable challenge to be conquered. In her travels, she met a musician named Kale, a man whose flute could mimic the songs of the birds. He was on his own quest, searching for a legendary luthier who could craft him an instrument that could capture the sound of the wind. They decided to travel together, their separate quests intertwining like the threads of Alara's tapestries. Their journey was fraught with challenges. They faced treacherous river crossings, dense jungles, and moments of doubt that threatened to turn them back. But in each challenge, they found a lesson. Alara learned to read the signs of nature, to listen to the whispers of the wind, and to trust the quiet voice of her intuition. One evening, as they rested in a small village, they heard a story of a man who had also sought the iridescent butterfly. He had become obsessed, his quest turning into a desperate hunt that had left him empty and alone. The story was a cautionary tale, a reminder that the journey was as important as the destination. Deep in the heart of the Amazon, they finally found the hidden waterfall. It was a breathtaking sight, the water cascading down a wall of green, the air filled with the scent of orchids and damp earth. And there, fluttering in the mist, was the iridescent butterfly. As Alara watched the butterfly, she realized the melody she had been seeking was not a secret to be captured, but a song to be lived. It was in the rhythm of her own heart, in the rustle of the leaves, in the shared laughter with Kale. The butterfly was not the source of the melody, but a reflection of the beauty she had found within herself. Kale, too, had found his own answer. He realized the perfect instrument was not one that could capture the sound of the wind, but one that could harmonize with it. He began to play his flute, not to mimic the birds, but to join their chorus, his music weaving into the symphony of the rainforest. Alara and Kale did not return to their old lives. They continued their journey, not in search of a destination, but in celebration of the journey itself. Alara began to weave again, but this time, her tapestries were not just stories of the mountains and the stars, but of the melody she had found within, a melody that was constantly changing, evolving, and growing, just like the journey of life itself.